Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, what is the total surface area of the cylinder shown below? So what I'm going to be looking for is that total surface area, and the shape that we're going to be working with is a cylinder. And luckily for us, they have a picture already and they even have labels, right? But the only thing that I'm missing is to exactly know what does the 2 represents and the 28.5. Okay, so that'll be the first thing I want to do. Okay, so 2 feet is the radius of that circle. Okay, 28.5. Notice how it's kind of connecting the 2 circles. Therefore, that is your height. Okay, so now the question is, what's the formula for that? Now remember, total surface area is going to be always a formula longer than what you think, right? Because when I'm looking for total surface area, I'm looking for both. I'm looking for the lateral, which is the sides, and I'm going to write it down right here. So the first part of the formula, I want you to look at your reference material, and I want you to identify the first part of the formula as the lateral surface area for a cylinder, right? That means the sides. And the second part of the formula, if you ignore the 2 and just look at pi radius squared, that is actually the formula for area of a circle. And the reason why I have a 2 is because there's 2 circles on my cylinder. Okay, so this one is the area of the 2 circles, or the 2 bases, right? So now that we identify that, well, let's go ahead and start replacing values, okay? So I'm going to start a little bit more to the left because I know I'm going to have quite a few numbers to replace. So I'm going to say S equals to parentheses 2. Next to the 2, it's a pi. Bring it down. Then I have the radius, which I know as 2 feet. And then the height. Now remember, the height is the distance between the 2 bases. So maybe I am going to circle, or not circle, but highlight the 2 bases. So this is one of my bases. The other one, it's kind of hiding, but it's right here. Right? Imagine that is right on the other end. Okay? So now notice how the height, it is connecting both of the bases. Okay? So that's our clue. So that will be equals to 28.5 feet. Then I have a plus. So notice how the first part of the formula, it's just for the lateral. Second part of the formula, I will replace 2. Will not replace, but bring it down. Pi, bring it down. And the radius is still 2. And of course, it's 2 feet to the second power. Okay, so let's take one at a time. Look, these 2, I brought it down. This is my pi symbol. I'm bringing it down. Then I have the radius, which is this right here, 2 feet. And last but not least, I got the height, and it's 28.5 feet. Okay, so notice how everything, either I bring it down or I replace it with something. Okay, I'm gonna continue to the other side of the formula, and I start with 2 again, which is right there. Then I do see my pi symbol, and I'm bringing it down. And the last part is the radius. Now notice how this time it has a second power. So when I write down my radius, don't forget to raise it to the second power. Okay, so my advice is don't input all of that in the calculator. And the reason for that is because I want you to notice how you can get 2 answers. The first one, which is on my left side of that plus sign, will give me something like 358 And of course, these are square feet. And that will be the lado only. Okay? That will be the lado. That second part is actually the area of the two circles. And that is equals to 25.13 square feet. Okay? So I like to separate it just so that you can see that the 358 is the lado surface area of my cylinder. The one on the right, 25.13, is the actual area of the two circles. Okay? If I add up my numbers, okay, I am gonna get 383.2. Okay, so look at the answer choices and see if you can find the one that goes with this one. Okay, so I got 383.2. Remember, this is area, so the units are square feet, right? So look at that answer, and I hope that by now you found it. And yes, the answer is letter A for us in here. And remember, this is the total surface area.